Great product teams beat ad.
Brands in Australia like Nike, like really smashing it out of the park. And I think, you know, from the time I've spent with Jason, because I've hung out with him a few times, you're right. Like he's extremely curious. He's always networking. He's always trying to find the inside scoop. And a lot of the initial success he had was because he spent a lot of time sitting down, having lunch and coffee with people that were far richer than him and had a lot more, I guess, experience in something than he did. And he's just sitting there like a sponge learning
100%.
and then doesn't just stop there, immediately implements it.
That's the key. That's the key. Like, you know, I'll read a book on values and culture and think about it. Jason will have his values written on the wall that afternoon. You know, it'll be, and everyone will be like beaten to the drum. He's just got this ability to affect action and that bias towards action, not just to take the information, but to just have the audacity to go, I'm doing it. And everyone kind of gets on board. And I think that's true leadership. And I think like that's a trait, not just in Jason, but a lot of the brands that we see have these meteoric rises. They have this like real agency about them and they just get stuff done, find the path.
Yeah, everything's urgent, everything's now, and everything is like, let's get it done.
Totally.
And I think the good thing about, you know, his approach to business is like he really cares about people, he loves his team, and he tries to do good in the world at the same time. And from your perspective, having worked with LSKD, like behind the scenes and probably spending more time with him than I've had the privilege of doing, is from what I understand, he was doing 2 or 3 million a year, I think total, and the e-commerce store was doing a certain amount, and then they had quite a substantial leap to like 50 million in a small bracket of time. Like, what were some of the things that you witnessed that they were doing right to have such a crazy scaling business?
Yeah, so I started working with Jason in 2019, and they were about that 2 mil mark, and we worked with Jason one-on-one twice a week. First thing we did was we took on ads in-house, right? He'd been with different agencies. We created that cause and effect that I spoke about so we could effectively day trade the media. I think that for 10 years prior to working with me, he'd been obsessed with product and obsessed with the brand. And even when I went to his office in the early days, tiny like 200 square meter office with a warehouse underneath it. And I met the team, which I often did with brands.